Are you aware of why you're struggling with stress, anxiety and depression? If you're a student, maybe you're anxious about fitting in, or you're feeling that you're not as clever as the others. Or perhaps you're feeling insecure about the future and the challenge of getting a job. And if you're already working in the corporate world, maybe you don't feel good enough. And you're constantly comparing yourself and competing with your colleagues. Perhaps you're struggling with the corporate politics. Now these are precisely the sort of issues that are contributing to the overbearing level of stress, anxiety and depression in our society today. And now that you're here, you've probably realized that you're probably one of the 65% having a mental health problem at some point in their lives. Now the Heads Together campaign, led by Princes William and Harry and the Duchess of Cambridge, has raised the profile of mental health and started the process of lessening the stigma that's behind it. And so more people are going to be asking for help, and that's great. However, there's a massive problem looming. The NHS is already woefully inadequate in terms of handling the demand for mental health. 1 in 5 people have to wait a year for mental health therapy. 1 in 10 people have to wait 2 years. And then, well under half of people on mental health therapy programs actually complete them. And there's only really one conclusion from that, and that's that they're not getting what they need. And indeed, over 65% of my clients have already been to counselling, and about half of them have been to CBT. So the traditional method of raking over old ground and then trying to medicate or to manage the problem isn't a solution. It makes the problem even worse for many people, and that's why so many people are stuck and disempowered. Now research shows that doctors prescribe antidepressants knowing that only 30% of depression cases are due to a chemical imbalance. And that's a theory that hasn't been proven scientifically anyway. And here's the scary thing. One of the side effects of most antidepressants is an increased likelihood to suicide. And that's a fact. You see, the problem is that society doesn't understand what stress, anxiety and depression are. And the medical profession doesn't know how to successfully treat them. Medicating them or managing them is no better than sticking an elastoplast on. It doesn't work. Stress, anxiety and depression are actually a signal telling us that our life's not working and that we need to change something, not cover it up. So there must be another way. And I'm glad to tell you that there is. Not to have to cope with stress, anxiety and depression, but to eliminate them completely. So to find out how you can do that, follow the link.